Do you think the government took too many risks and should have been much more cautious with such large sums of money?
What we said is that because it's risky, it's important to planify very rigorously and to analyze in deep to identify all the risk. Because with that, you will be able to take an informed decision and also monitor this risk in the future. If you decided that the advantage are higher and you want to move forward, but you will able to mitigate the risk because you know them.
The government has said for several years that their batting average, le moyen ou bâton, that is not too bad. But this does not paint a very glorious picture of their average.
What we have seen is that some company face some issues, but it's difficult to appreciate the performance of the deployment of this strategy because they didn't have set any objective, any timeline, any targets to meet. So where we want to be and when we are now, a difference to appreciate if we are where we expected.
When will we know? We know the minister on page 39 says the losses are 375.2 million. When will we know the final number of how much this all cost?
We will know the final number in a few years, probably, because they have a file under analyze, so the strategy continue to be deployed. And for some company will depend in the future if they successfully reach their target.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merci. Katsani, CBC.
Ms. Roy. The battery industry was a competition. Was it worth it to plan that way for the government?
We didn't examine that because it's a decision that should be taken by elected.
Well planned.
Plan. Okay.
Yeah, was the strategy to make sure that Quebec becomes a leader in the battery industry well planned. So
we have found that the industry battery is based on a largely unplanned approach, which means that they didn't have objective, they didn't have target, they didn't have something to guide them in their decision to process with an order of implementation, because it's a chain of value. So it's important to be sure that you have the inputs to produce. So they have a lack of planning, and because it's risky, because it's a large public fund, and because it's important to reach the objective, it's important to do a planification more rigorously.
Why should people care about your first report with the battery file, what you found out? What should people care, Ms. Roy?
Because it could be important to do a sound management of public fund. They have a lot of public fund in the battery, so I think they have to take this with more rigor. And also, I think it's important for the government to reach its objective. So if you are well informed, you will increase your chance to achieve your goal.
Results.
End result.